I can see people.
Yeah, I sent you that email this morning. I gotta be there 4 hours tomorrow.
You want to see what that is?
Why don't we talk off the record after that?
Okay, all right. Because I know that supposing that's been like the saying that we have to be there 4 hours, but I mean it's okay. I'm gonna go anyway. There's some staff that
We'll talk.
Hey, Miss Starks.
Mr. V!
Hello, everybody.
Hello, hi, Jackie.
Hello!
Hey,
Hi,
Jack.
Mr. Usman. Hi, Mr. Velez.
Hello,
Hey.
how are you?
Hey, Angela.
Hi. Who was that
Hi,
last
Jennifer
person?
Lopez.
Hi, Miss Davis.
Oh, Lopez is on? I didn't
Hey,
see that.
Jack. I didn't even recognize you.
Yeah, my director, he's retired.
I think Jelena is on. Hey, Jelena.
You remember him?
Hi, Jackie.
Hey,
Christina wanted to see what Dennis looks
Jenna,
like.
I canceled the
I always
invitation.
talk about him.
Jelena,
Yes?
I thought you canceled the invitation.
No.
Okay.
I would never cancel the invitation. How dare you, Sam?
No, it came to me as canceled.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, I
Hi, how
thought
are
you
you?
had
This is
canceled Denise's party.
Judy May signing in.
Hi, Lucy.
Hey, hey, is Mr. Velez on the line?
Yeah, I'm on. Hey, girl.
Oh, okay, all right, Mr. V.
As usual, Mr. Velez was the first person who came to the meeting.
You know, this young lady right up here, that's one of my PA ones. That's Miss Starks, Crystal
Hey, Miss
Starks.
I see.
Oh, she's
Hey,
great.
Stark.
She's a gem.
Hey, Miss Boy.
And she's in San Fran. Hey, Miss Barnes, you're in San Francisco?
Huh?
You're in San Francisco? Near the
In my
Golden Gate?
imagination. My imagination,
Okay.
yes. Congratulations. Congratulations to you.
Thank you, thank you.
Hello, hello. Hi, how are you?
Hi, Sam.
Good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
All right.
And those messages she got, they want
Okay.
Hello, Miss Starks. How you doing today?
I'm writing you.
All right, you hang in there.
I'm trying my best.
Sorry for all them emails.
It's all right.
I'm the
Okay, now I
remind.
see Miss Stark's face. I know her name. Now I see her face.
Yeah, yeah.
Who said that? Miss
That's-
Farrell.
That's Miss
Oh,
Farrell.
hello. Hi.
Listen, why don't I just step out for a cup of coffee?
No, Miss Farrell.
Okay, all right.
So what's next, Dennis? What are you gonna do Saturday morning?
Oh,
Well,
good
Saturday
question.
is my anniversary.
Oh,
Perfect
34th,
timing.
nice.
34th wedding anniversary. So I'm gonna take care of the wife and you know, eat a little bit, hang around, walk around.
All
You know.
right.
Yeah, yeah,
It's your 34 years?
yeah. 34,
Oh, okay.
34 years.
Nice.
Been married.
Happy anniversary, Mr. Velez.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hey, Miss D,
Yes.
how's it going?
Happy anniversary. Pretty good, Mr. V. How are you?
Yeah. Yeah. If it wasn't for my wife and my daughter, who knows where I'd be, you know? So very happy that
That's right.
yeah, that they hung in there with me and they helped me along this road, kept me alive, and now I'm happy as a camper. Yeah.
I know you are. That's nice. Wonderful.
That's Miss David. Oh, Miss Hale is coming on.
Hey, Miss Hale.
Hey,
Miss Hale.
Okay, hold on. Okay. Hi, Mr. V.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going.
You thinking about the Mazda or the Honda?
I don't know yet.
Hey.
Still debating.
All right. Either way, it's a good choice.
Okay.
my wife is showing me something and about the phone.
Tell her to come on camera so we can see her.
Exactly.
Come on. She's coming now.
Let me see.
Hey, Mr. Shane.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. It's my wife. My wife, Maria.
How's everybody?
Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay.
You
All yours now. Dennis.
My wife is wanting me to do something on the cell, but I can't figure it out.
Okay. Tell her she's all yours. I mean, you're all hers now.
Well, I guess so. No, that's Miss
Yeah. Gonna miss you, Mr. V.
Hey, Miss D, we've been together a long time.
Yep, sure has.
Long time. You've helped me out tremendously with all them clients. I know that all them emails could have drove you crazy, but you hung in there. I appreciate it.
And I appreciate you as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's the end of an era. It is truly the end of an era.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Absolutely.
I don't know what I'm gonna do about the 6 months without him. 6 months and then you're done? I said 6 months because I'm going. I'm leaving. Good for you.
Okay.
I'm staying here. I'm not staying. Oh. Good for you.
Well, it's the beginning of a new era. It's the beginning of a new chapter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll be emailing and calling Dennis. Dennis, what am I gonna do?
Well, you know,
He's gonna be
I told,
an unpaid consultant.
I've told my staff that. I say, you know, I'm only a text away, an email away, a call away. So I'm close by if they need me.
Thank God. Yeah.
I don't know if that was a good idea, Mr. V.
Right.
Listen,
I got to fill up part of the day, right?
Dennis, I will certainly be calling.
Well, listen, you know, we're going to miss all you guys. So at least at any time, if we hear your voices or read the emails, it'll let us know that, hey, you're still around. And, you know, that you're still in my heart. I'm in your guys' hearts, and we're a team, we're a family. So that'll be a good feeling. Get me through at least hard times in the beginning.
yes.
Because, you know, I think it's going to be easy, but you never know when you're out of the mix for a while. You start to say, hey, was this the right thing to do? But,
Right.
Yeah.
time to live a little bit. It's been a long time.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
it's been a
Time to travel whenever you can.
Yeah.
well, you know, yeah, my wife will have to get me going. I'm not really a traveler, but
Okay.
I do what she tells me. If she says, let's go here, that's where we go now.
There you go.
You know, so
Happy wife, happy life.
there you go. Hey,
Dennis,
I learned
Dennis,
a long time ago, don't argue with women. So,
Dennis, you are the husband of the year.
excuse me?
You are the husband of the year.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. What?
Yeah.
I don't know if she would say. I don't know if she would say that, but we try to be. You know? So, yeah. But I'll be in
Well,
tomorrow.
congratulations.
You know, it's a couple of. Hey, how you doing, Rita?
Hi, Rita.
Hi, Dennis. I just wanted to wish you all the best. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
And I was listening. That was me that called before, but it don't seem right not seeing the faces. So I figured this Zoom thing out. But you do look much relaxed already. So good for you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Well, the being at home has, I guess, started the process, but I don't know. We'll see. I hope I look good. I don't know if I do. I always say, man, you look old and you got gray hair. And other people see me differently. So, yeah. I went to the office Wednesday and Monday, and people were like, "Hey, you look good."
Yep.
And yeah, they're telling me that to make me feel good.
No, I was being honest.
Thank you, Ms. D.
Mars, how long do we have?
We can
So now
start.
this we
Sam-
have forever.
Sam is still
forever.
working.
Don't worry about the time because
Oh, good.
yeah, this is a licensed account, so we can go as long as we want.
Oh, good.
Well, don't get me talking. You guys may be here for a while.
That's the whole point.
We know that.
One last time, Mr. V.
Right,
One
right,
last time.
Yeah. I just want to say, I want to thank you all for, having me back in once again. It's been 36 years in HRA, 35 years with HASA.
Wow.
It's been a great program back then, and it's still a great program. I was fortunate that I'm still around. There could have been a few times when people may have said, "Get that guy out of here." But we've helped a lot of clients over the years. It's one of my goals and philosophies in life. We got to help those that are less fortunate than us, the poor, the needy. And I come from a similar background, like some of our clients. So I always said, hey, I want to give everything. I want to give them 100% and do the best I can to improve their lives, extend life. And I think I have, and my staff has helped me with that. So I've been grateful and very fortunate to have two great offices in Bergen and in Kingsbridge. And thank God, I made it through, and we had a great run in this great program. And I know it's going to continue. If this program wasn't around, the clients probably would be treated just like they're treated in FIA still. I think we're very fortunate. We're still here helping all these clients. Thank you all.
Yeah.
You're quite welcome.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Velez. On behalf of Commissioner Banks, Annette Holm, and John Rojas, and myself and Sam and all the staff of the HASA administration, we can't begin to thank you enough for all that you have done on behalf of our clients in the city of New York and the agency. When you first started with the program, back when it was CIS, the average lifespan of the clients was nothing like it is now. Now our workers are keeping the same clients for 5, 10, 15 years. And in those days, Peter and Rita and Sam are always telling me about how it was in those days, how, you just, unfortunately, because of the realities at that time, you just didn't keep clients that long. Your case had a much faster turnover than it does now. So you have really personally witnessed the evolution of what it's like to live with HIV, the realities of it. When it was more of a death sentence, up to now, where for the most people, it's treated more like a chronic illness, and people are able to live longer lives and healthier lives, even with the HIV virus. It's come a long way, and it's a blessing that you have been able to witness that. And it's because, in no small way, that the quality of the life that our clients live now is due to the hard work of yourself and our frontline staff who assist them in getting housing and getting access to health care and health insurance and things like that. Housing is health care. And the work that HASA does to help our clients remain stably housed and get access to care is just as important as any antiretroviral medication they could take. And you have been instrumental in this, and we can't thank you enough. And the only thing we can try to do, as I said in my email, is try to live up to the example that you have set. You set a high bar, and we're going to try to jump over that bar and to keep pushing and evolving and helping our clients to live better lives and move forward with the example that you have set for all of us. And we're just grateful to you. But, we wish you all the best. You deserve to rest. You deserve to learn to love to travel if you don't already. Or do whatever you want to do. That's the beauty of retirement. You do what you want to do.
That's right.
Yeah, we wish you all the best. You could sleep late, watch TV, play baseball,
There you go.
whenever it comes back. Do whatever you want to do, and just, enjoy the rest of your life. And you have definitely given your full measure to the program. And we just thank you. We thank you on behalf of our clients and the agency in the city. We just thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Jackie.
I agree. Very nice.
Thank you. That was well said.
Dennis, there's one thing you never got around to sharing with me. How did you get so much control in Kingsbridge, such a large center? Like, what did you do? Do you pay people off? Like, what do you do to get people to cooperate the way that they do? You never explained that to me.
Yeah. No, well, I can tell you that when I arrived there in '96, it wasn't the way it is now. And it took about 2 years, honestly, to get it to where it could be. But that was due to having other people coming on board who had a similar philosophy like me, similar goal, like Ernest Johnson, Wilson Gonzalez. I had Eunice Bright. I don't know if some of you know Eunice Bright. I know that Jelena remembers Eunice Bright. James Hamilton. So as staff came on board and they believed in what I believed in, we were able to just continue to spread that around the office. Not everyone's on board, but if it was 30 against 90, it was still good odds, and we just kept turning them over. We just kept working with them. And, it took a lot of effort, and a lot of will. But then, just letting them know that, hey, I'm here to help clients. I'm here to help staff. There's a job that I have to do. And those that want to, work with me to do what we have to do, they're welcome to stay on the job, and on the boat. If not, you got to go, because I'm not going to have no one making my life tougher, harder. It was tough enough, doing this job. And, just being sincere with them, respecting them, just letting them know, hey, I'm no different than they are, no different than you are. And, they believed in that, and they believed in me. I always used to tell them, hey, you put in the record there that Mr. Velez suggested, Mr. Velez stated. So they knew I was a man of my word. I was going to back them up if there was any issues. I would always tell them, listen, I represent this office, I represent you, and as long as you're doing what you have to do, you don't have to do anything. I'll do all the talking for you. So.
Oh, okay.
So once
no.
They,
So that rumor about the bat behind your office door, that wasn't true.
No, that's not true.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No. I never had to beat anyone down. I can tell you there were
That's why he
times.
likes baseball.
Yeah. There were times that, we'd have to pull some of the men to the side and tell them, hey, listen, cut the BS out. Let's get to work. And when men are amongst men, we know how to work with each other, how to speak with each other. And there were times when we would have to tell them, oh, listen, you gotta put effort out. You gotta give me what I need to service these clients. You're here to work. You're not here to play around. And if you don't want to work, then you gotta go. You gotta go somewhere else, because I'm not here to play around. I'm here to work. I'm here to improve the lives of clients, improve the lives of staff. And, about working, and I'm here to rock and roll. So many of them, believe it or not, there's still a few. Even now, there's 2 or 3 individuals that we have that, I mean, they're not terrible bad, but you just got to work with them. You know, you got to put out that effort, you know. So next
So
director.
Dennis, you have been diplomatic.
Always the diplomat. Always the diplomat.
Well, you know, we learned how to do that, how to become diplomatic. Because at one time, I wasn't. You know, when I was very young, you know, it was different. You know, I would be like, no, hey, you got to do this now. We need you to do it right now. I don't need you to do it when you want to do it. So, you know, with my mentors and many people who've been around and have helped me out, you know, this management team is a great team. They've helped me out into becoming who I am. And, you know, it took an effort on my part and staff's part, but we were able to get through it, and we've been pretty successful. So Kingsbridge will be okay for a while.
Mr. V, okay. Mr. V, first of all, I'd like to thank, you know, Deputy Commissioner Dudley, Sam, Sanav, and
good, thank
and Maz for
you.
putting
How
this
are you?
together.
Good. How are you managing?
All right. How about you?
Hi, Dora. Dora Bergstein.
I muted her. Don't worry about that. I muted her.
Oh, okay. So anyway, to start again, I really like to thank Jackie, Sam, and Maz for putting this together. Left to Dennis. Dennis wanted to go very quietly, and I did not personally believe that a career, any career, one that has spanned 36 years, should just be allowed to live, you know, with a whimper. So I really thank them. I thank Jackie, I thank Sam, and I thank Maz that we're able to at least give Dennis a goodbye. Dennis, it's been a great pleasure working with you. I mean, you have made my life easy because of your sense of accountability. Once anything was Kingsbridge, you owned it. I mean, I didn't have to do anything. I was just forwarding it to you or say, Dennis, what are we doing here? So I didn't really have to do much. So I thank you for that. But I've often wondered about the same question that that Rita asked you a few minutes ago. Why were you so successful? And over the years, I have realized that you are somebody that applies both the carrot and the stick. So it depends on the recipient. If the staff wants the carrot, you will give the carrot. If they want the stick, you will not back down either. So I think that's one of the reasons.
Very good, very good.
I think that's one of the reasons why you have been very successful. You know, and you are very mission oriented. You know, you are accountable. I mean, and you have contributed enormously to the growth of this agency, you know, and through all of its evolutions, you know, the good, the bad, and you have stood tall. And I think today now, our agency reflects the toughness, the resilience that you have brought to it under the leadership of our Deputy Commissioner, Jackie, today. I think we have been through a lot as an agency, and through it all, you have been part of that story. You have been part of the journey. And I think that the lives of our clients and the lives of our staff are much better today because of you. So I thank you. I wish you nothing but the best. And of course, you were joking earlier about text and messages. I'll be calling you. You know I will. So I love you, my brother, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you, Peter.
Very nice, Peter. Very nice.
Yes.
Hi, Dennis. This is Samuel.
All right, Sam. How you doing?
You know how I feel about you, Dennis?
Yes, I do, Sam.
Yesterday, I was doing some research and I found one of those articles from us talking about when this agency first started. I know that you showed me something with an article with your name in it, but I couldn't find it. It seems like I lost it. But I wanted to share that with other people. Unfortunately, I couldn't find it. But your work speaks for itself. And you know, we all have a lot of respect for you. Now, I know you have a lot of stories that, a lot of cases, and I know each one of us, we have one case that we will take to retirement with us. Can you share one of these cases that marked you the most?
Well, you know, there's actually a couple of them. You know, there's the very first client, you know, was Dennis Lunam, a gentleman that, you know, he was with us a couple of months and he was a little difficult to deal with, but he was a great cat. But anyway, you know, there was Ruben Rodriguez, Carmelo Rodriguez, but one in particular, you know, there was this one gentleman, Willie Strong. He was a gentleman that lived in the Mount Eden section of the Bronx. And I remember, you know, when he first came, I was assigned to him. And, you know, I just started talking to him and he was like, you know, you don't know nothing. I guess probably he thought I was a white Caucasian guy, you know. He says, hey, you don't know nothing. You don't know what you're talking about. I said, no, you know, I know more than what you think I know. So I told him my life story and where I was from. And anyway, you know, we became very close. You know, we were tight, just almost like a brother, believe it or not. I remember going to Orchard Beach with him, and you know, we would hang out in the Broadwalk and take a look at the ladies walking by. Yeah, sorry, Ma. You know, and you know, it was not just a case manager client relationship. You know, I knew that he was only going to be with me a short period of time, so I did everything I could to, you know, make him feel good, make him feel that, hey, you know, life is for living while you're here. And I still actually have 3 of his glasses. I was cleaning out my desk, and I still have the glasses with me. When I go downtown, I'll bring them and show them to you guys. And you know, toward the end, he was at Metropolitan Avenue, Metropolitan Hospital. He had gotten a CMV, if I remember, the cytomegalovirus, which would attacked his retinas, and he was going blind. And you know, I remember going on a Tuesday. I used to see him like every Tuesday. And you know, this last Tuesday, he said, "Oh, I want you to come close. I want to touch your face." And he did. I said,
wow.
I said, you know what? Why are you doing that, Will? And you know, he said, today's the last day. I'm gonna see you.
Sorry to hear that.
And you know, I said, what are you talking about? He said, well, I'll be leaving. I said, well, where are you going? You know, he says, you know, I'm going with God. We used to talk about Jesus and God. You know, I'm not a preacher. I believe in God, you know. And I said, nah, I'll come by and see you again. Well, the next day I go into the office, you know, and Miss G, who was the soup one, you know, she told me, Dennis, you know, they called from the hospital and Willie passed away. And I've always thought about him because he was a client that, you know, even though he was a cocaine user and drank Budweisers and smoked cigarettes and marijuana, he was always straight up with me and never abused our relationship. You know, he never came in and saying, "Oh, I need money, I need more money." And in one instance, he had said, "Oh, you know, I landed an apartment." And I remember Miss G and I gave him $800 in cash. It was on a Friday. And then he came in on Monday and he said, Denny, you know, I couldn't land the apartment and I have the money here in my pocket. You know, I used $20 to buy. I remember he bought a pair of Lee jeans. They were burgundy. They were burgundy jeans. He said, I hope I don't get you in trouble. I said, nah, don't worry about it, Will. I'll take care of it. You know, I spoke with Miss G and she was like, nah, don't worry about it, Denny. And I don't know if she put the $20 in or whatever, but you know, it showed a lot of character, you know, where he could have gone off and just spent the money, but he valued, you know, my friendship and what I was trying to do for him. That that was the bond that we had together, and it was a great experience. You know, that's one of the cases that I'll always remember and take with me because I knew I had made a change at that time. And that's what I've always wanted to do. How can I make a change in someone's life? That's one of the successful stories. There are a couple of more. I'm not going to bore you with them, but he's a gentleman that I respected, and you know, he and I were more than just client and case manager, you know, and I thank God for having that relationship, because I knew that even though he was suffering and he knew he was going to die, that he said, well, here's a guy that's come into my life that may make it easier, and it did, you know, because when it was time for him to go, he said, no, you know, I'm all right, and I'll be seeing you, you know, and I'll be there when it's your turn. And so
thank God you were
it was
there
a
for
great
him.
experience, you know.
Yeah.
So
Thanks for sharing that with us.
Yeah. So this program has all those stories, you know, and we know that we've helped thousands and thousands of people, you know, and that's what it's all about. That's what we wanted to do, and we've been fortunate to live it for so long, you know.
Absolutely.
So, wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Mr. Velez.
Hey, Ms. D.
Hi, Mr. Velez. Hello, everybody. I just
Hello.
wanted to say that Mr. Velez has been an inspiration in my life. I came in Kingsbridge, May of 2000 as an eligibility specialist 3, and I was really it was my first city job. I was a daycare teacher for about 12 years before getting there. And I really took to Mr. Velez. He was a stern person, but kind. And he said, hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, and he said, he used to always say when he gave his speeches or in his meetings, he'll have your back no matter what. And one day I experienced that. I'm not going into details of what happened, but I felt like I was being accused of doing something illegal or wrong. Had something to do with a client. And I was like, wow, this is really crazy. And I spoke to Mr. B about it, and he handled the situation without a problem. He was the only one that actually had my back. And that inspired me to be the best person I could be. That inspired me to one day, if I become a supervisor, to be the best supervisor to someone else. That inspired me just to be a better person, because he used to always say, I have your back, and he actually did. And I just love the fact that he did exactly, because I used to say, he always say this, but will he really do this for somebody? And he really did. He inspired me actually to become the next PA2 after our beloved Mr. Swartz had passed away. And I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for this. He encouraged me, he inspired me to apply for the position. But he has always had my back, and no matter what the situation was, he was always encouraging. He was just the type of person that you could really look up to. He was caring, he cared for the clients, but he also cared for his workers.
Yeah.
And that's what I really loved about Mr. B. I'm gonna miss him. I am planning on retiring this year. I've been there 20 years, but I'm just really excited for him that he's retiring. I pray that he enjoys his retirement, but we all at Kingsbridge will miss him. And he just inspired me to be the best supervisor to other supervisors. I have 2 great supervisors under me, and I think that a lot of that credit belongs to Mr. Velez for the type of person that he was. So, Mr. Velez, enjoy your vacation. I mean, enjoy your retirement. You're gonna be
on vacation.
You're gonna be. It will be a long vacation. You're gonna be
Longest
missed by
ever.
everyone. I I wish you the best and many blessings in the future to you
Thank
and
you.
your family.
Thank you, Nara. God bless you.
Yes.
Very
Thank you.
nice.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's wonderful. Thank you. Is there anybody on the phone that called in but who wants to say something, but they're not visible?
I believe Sharice Brown was trying to get connected. She was a case manager of mine at Kingsbridge. She's a Soup One now at Staten Island office. So she was probably trying to get on.
Okay.
Yeah, but we'll talk to her in the future.
Oh, all right.
James Reed was trying to connect too. He couldn't.
Couldn't connect?
James Reed, he couldn't join us.
Did he have the password?
Let me see. Let me check it again.
If anyone call over the phone, they have to put a password in numbers. That is 474232. That is the numeric password for the phone.
Oh, that was my confusion.
Hi, Mr. Velez.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Are you okay to keep zooming?
Hey, Dora, how you doing?
I'm good. I am
Hi.
so. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sitting in the doctor's office.
Oh,
and
no.
She came in and said,
Okay.
so my leg was a little swollen, but I really didn't want to miss this time just to say I wish you all the best. And, you know, you work towards being the best at being a leader. And I think that you accomplished that. And I know that I always heard high regards for you from your staff. And, you know, it was just a pleasure to be able to talk with you and to get the support that you always gave. You always gave me support, and I really appreciate it. And you're getting ready to do something new that you waited, you know. You probably started working when you was 14 and never stopped since then. Now it's your time, right?
You got that right.
Yeah, so now you get to wake up at the time you want to wake up, and don't call in. Don't worry. You don't have to say I don't feel good. You know, I'm not coming. I'm going on vacation. Can I take that week? Yeah, see, that's done. So that's the wonderful part about it. But really, Mr. Velez, I really just want to say good luck. And I hope the world opens up for you and that you're able to move around the way you want to and the way, you know, you plan to. And I just wish you all the best. And you will be missed.
Thank you. Thank you, Dora.
Thank you, Dora.
Thank you, Dora. Dora.
Hey. I miss my 375 family.
I know we miss you too.
Yeah.
So Dennis, I know you
Hi,
have been
Dora.
working for HASA for 35 years, and I saw you for last 22 years. So out of those 35 years, I was with you in last 22 years, and I saw you always enthusiastic about your work. And I can tell you right now, even now you show kind of passion you showed towards one of the client, like you still remember and then you still feel that way. So I wish all of us, including all the caseworker and the supervisor and the director, have same kind of passion. If they have same kind of passion, the world of HASA for the client will be totally different. And I really wish you best for your retirement, and you should enjoy your retirement.
Thank you, Maz. Thank you. Okay, well, you know, I guess there are not too many other people coming back on. You know, again, I want to thank you all for having me on this Zoom. I want to thank, you know, Jackie, thank Sam, thank Peter, you know, everyone in upper management, Dave Persante, you I've had some great mentors in the program that helped me become who I am today. I was rough around the edges when I arrived, and today I'm a lot better than I was before. And I'd like to just thank the Bergen staff and the Kingsbridge staff for really, supporting me in reaching my goals in life. One of those was just to help as many people as I could in life. Because again, I've lived a similar life, and I said, how can I make people's lives better? What can I do? And if it wasn't really for the staff, Bergen and Kingsbridge, I never would have been able to reach those goals. So they're a great staff. There's a great program. And like I said, I won't be far away. I'm just a text away, an email away, phone call away. And it's been a great ride. And I'm very fortunate to experience it. And now I look to see what else God has in store for me, And I hope to maybe be working with young kids, doing a little coaching, maybe a little lecturing, But it's been a great ride. Now it's time for someone else to go to Kingsbridge and see what they can do there. So I want to thank you all, and I'll be around if you guys ever, need me. I'm gonna give my phone number out to you guys. You're welcome to call me at any time. And thank you for everything and supporting me.
Thank you. Be blessed.
And hanging in there with the wacko.
Thank you, Mr. Velez.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Yes, love.
God bless you and your
Dennis.
family.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
All right,
Yes,
Miss
see you
Starks. We'll see you
tomorrow.
tomorrow. God bless you.
God bless you.
Okay, God bless. Have a good night.
Miss Holly. Yes. Hello. Hi.
Hi, Miss Holly.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry, I'm just joining in. I was on another conference call.
Yes, always busy.
So,
good to see you.
Dennis, when your last working day is tomorrow?
Yes.
Tomorrow's the last working day.
I will send you the video of this program.
Dennis.
Yes,
I'll see
Peter.
you tomorrow.
Okay, we'll see you then.
All right.
Dennis, Peter, I'm gonna call you in 2 minutes.
All right.
Both of you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Good to see you guys. Take care.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
Bye, Mr. V.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Hold on, not yet, Ma, because.
Hey, Mama.
All right, Mr. Abe.
How are you?
I'm good.
Love
Oops.
you.
I
How
didn't
you
turn
doing,
that
Ma?
Ma, he's talking to you.
Oh,
Hi.
I'm sorry. How are you?
I
Yeah,
hope we can
fine,
fight
fine.
back the tears tomorrow, Mr. V.
You'll be okay. Both of us will be holding them back.
Yes.
All right.
Mr. V, you better come in
Yeah.
to see us.
Oh, they have to.
So
The
we can
last
do
day,
a party for you.
Hey, Carla, how you doing?
Good, Mr. V. Don't forget